I greet you in the name of Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. This is the time there is a great silence in the world and also in our life. Wherever we see there is a silence is appearing all over the places. Why the silence is going on? Due to the deadly disease of coronavirus. The coronavirus destroys many families, many people, as well as it destroyed many countries as well as the nation. There is only one solution to escape from the deadly disease coronavirus is social distancing, or we can say quarantine, or we can say isolation. Only the social distancing can make us victory over the corona disease. This is the only way that we can escape from the corona disease. What is social distancing? Social distancing is we should have a 3 feet distance between one person to other person is called social distancing. We should not go to other person's places, as well as other person should not come to our places. We should not use others person property or things. Other people should not use our things. We should have a separation is called social distancing. Let us see if Bible says anything about social distancing or isolation or quarantine. Yes, we can see some of the things that Bible has says about the isolation. The Bible has says about the quarantine. In the Bible, Noah family was the first family that has been isolated or quarantined. We can see Genesis 6 verse 9. Noah was a perfect man. He was righteous man in the wickedness world. God see his righteousness. For his righteousness, he has a great gift. In Genesis, we can see 7th chapter, 7 verse to 16. We can see Noah and his family went to the ark because of flood. The Lord shut the door. The great flood is going on, but God has shut the door for Noah family. God has isolated the Noah family. God has protected the Noah family. God has protected the Noah family for past 377 days. How you can think that how I can say 377 days. After Noah entered the ark, after 7 days, the rain has been started. Genesis 7th chapter, 6 verse 10 we can see, after 7 days, only the rain has been started. Rain has started at the age of 600, 2 months and 17 days. As we see Genesis 7 verse 11 to 16. When Noah was outside the ark, at that time the Noah's age was 601, 2 months 27. Through the Jewish calendar, 1 year is equal to 360 days. As well as we should add 10 days and 7 days before the rain. We should calculate overall, we can see 377 days. Noah and his family was quarantined or isolated for 377 days. On the time, a great flood has destroyed entire the world, but at the same time God has been protect the Noah's family. Likewise, nowadays the great thing is going on. Our God has saved us from the deadly disease. How the God has saved the Noah's family, same ways He has saved us and He has saved our families. We should be thankful to God. Just think, inside the ark, Noah family was quarantined or isolated themselves for 377 days. There was no mobile phone, there was no current, there was no Bible inside the ark, there was no laptops, there was no songbook. Thinking that how they spend the entire time ark without these things. Without this mobile, current or laptop or Bible, we can be stay in this current situation. Just we think about a little moment. 377 days the Noah family has been spent in the ark. There was no current, there was no Bible, there was no laptop, there was no mobile. Think about us. Without this laptop, without this mobile, without this current, we can sustain a day, a single day, can't. Because the 377 days, they spend the time with our heavenly God. They didn't spend the time with mobile phone. Noah family, they didn't spend the time with songbooks because they spend the time with the heavenly God. Because there is a great destroying is going on entire the world. They love the God because He protected them, because God has saved them. They thanking the God what God has given. First Chronicles 16 chapter 34 we can say, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for He is good, for His mercy endures forever." Yes, my dear friends, are we thanking the God in this moment? Entire world is shivering. Entire world is thinking what is going on, but our God is with us. Our God is protecting us from the deadly disease. Till now we are listening this video. Till now we are sustaining in this world, but we never used to thank the God even a minute. What is your thinking about this? What is your isolation? What is your quarantine? We can see second thing in Bible, Egypt people was destroying the Israel people on their slavery time. 430 years Israel under the control of Egypt, but our God bring the Israel people to the promised time. On the time when God fight for the Israel against the Egypt, He bring the 10 plague. We can see the chapter Exodus 7 to 11. Exodus 11th chapter 1 to 12 we can see what are the various of diseases God has brought. The death of firstborn. God commands to tell the Israelites to mark a lamb blood above their doors in order that Yahweh will pass over them, that they will not touch by the death of the firstborn. That was the Israel was isolated or quarantined them and protect themselves from God's anger. Whoever quarantined them, they all be saved, and whoever not quarantined them, they will not be saved. Quarantine, isolation was the God's plan that keep the God's people safe, and that is the time God showed that who He loved the most. In Leviticus we can see, 13th chapter, anyone who has a swelling or rash brings spot on his skin, he or she should be separated for 7 days. Leprosy people should be separated for 7 days. Anyone went for the death, they should be separated for 7 days. If anyone went for the war, they should be separated for 7 days. After the 7 days, then only they will be alone to the home. This was said before 300 or 3000 or 4000 years before. Don't cover your face with mask. Cover your body with Jesus Christ's blood. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 20 says, "Go, my people, enter your rooms and shut the doors behind you. Hide yourself for a little while. His wrath has passed away." Yes, just think about this. Go, my people, enter your rooms and shut the door, because our Jehovah Jireh, the mighty provider, is with you. Our mighty provider is with you. Don't be thinking this isolation time, this quarantine time was a deadly disease. It will kill me. The God is with you, my dear people. I be saying truly that the God is with us. The Jehovah Jireh is with us. The who has created us is still with us. He is separating, He is protecting us till now. Don't spend time on Facebook. Spend more time to see the face of God. Don't spend more time with mobile. Spend more time with God. Be isolated with prayer. Be isolated with God. Be isolated with Bible. This was the God's plan for this quarantine. This was the God's plan for this isolation. Be isolated with the prayer. Be isolated with the God. Be isolated with the Bible, my dear friends. World leaders, world politicians, they all affected by the corona. I will say some of the example. Spain Prime Minister wife, she was affected by corona. Canada Prime Minister wife, she was also affected by corona. Israel Health Minister also affected by corona. United Kingdom British Prime Minister also affected by corona. USA Senator also affected by corona, but we are safe. Psalms 91 verse 10 says, "No harm will overtake you, no plague will come near to your home." Yes, my dear friends, Be isolated with God. Be isolated with Bible. Be isolated with prayer. This was the God's plan for this quarantine season. I repeat it again. Isaiah 26 chapter 20 verse. Read in your places. Be prayerful. Go, my people. Enter your room and shut the door. Hide yourself for a little while until the wrath has passed away. Let us think about this morning session. Lord, this is the quarantine time that you have given to this world. You are saying us we should be isolated with you. We should be isolated with prayer. We should be isolated with God. We should be isolated with Bible reading, Lord. Thank for this message, Lord. Lord, you have protected the Noah family. Lord, you have protected the entire people of the Noah family. You have protected the Israel people because you love them the most. The same way you loved us more than others. Your grace is sufficient for us, Lord. Lord, we are praying for the people, those who are watching this. We are praying for the entire the world, Lord, who are affected with the corona disease. Lord, protect them with your wings. Save them with your power, Lord. Whether your blood may shut each and every doors and each and every people, Lord. Your mighty power should be the blessing for us, Lord, in this quarantine time. In this isolated time, we should be isolated with Bible. We should be isolated with the prayer. We should be isolated with God, Lord. Yes, Lord, you have given us a great thing that we should be isolated with these things. Our Heavenly Father, thank you for the day. May the good God bless you. He will lead you in coming days. God bless you.